Welcome to the YouTube, guys. So I traded a 100K funded account for 6 months. Most of you get funded and blow your account. And some of you might think that, oh, it's because of my strategy. No, it's because of your mentality. Because when you get funded, all you think about is money. You want to buy the new Rolex, you want to drive the new car. I woke up in a new Bugatti. Right? That's your issue, right? Because you think you treat funded account as some kind of like get rich quick.
You want to know the secret to getting a Ferrari or a Lamborghini like this? Drop out of college.
And that's not how you're supposed to treat it, right? That's why I'm making this video, to show you guys how you should treat your funded account so you can withdraw every single month. The money that you're chasing to make in that month, to make quick payouts, I promise you in the long run, you're going to make that maybe even 5 times that in just in a month. Let me refresh it. Let me show you guys this. This is where it accounts, right? So you can see stats, right? I start this account on 11, which is November, right? So November, December, January, February, March, April, 6 months, right? So in those 6 month time, I've traded this account all the way up to $10,000. I've made $10,000 in 6 months.
Okay.
But I think their payout is like 80%. So basically, I would say I only make like maybe 6 to 7K in that month in 6 months. In 6 months, you can see I've taken 145 trades. This is one of the key advice, right? Because in 6 months time, most of you have taken over 1,000 trades.
Hey, Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
And there's nothing wrong taking 1,000 trades. But if you're not profitable, you're not consistent, and you know you have not traded an account for as long as possible, why are you trying to go be a scalper or trying to take a lot of trades in a day? That's not the way you should do it, right? Take 1 or 2 trades a day till you become profitable, you understand the emotion better, then you can choose whatever strategy you want, because now you understand yourself better. Like for me now, I understand myself better. That's why you guys see me. I'm trying to be a scalper. I'm trying to understand all the strategy. But if you're not profitable yet, choose 1 trade a day. Simple, right? So my average win is like 600. Average loss is like 5. My win rate is 50%. Risk reward is, I think my risk reward is 1 to 2 usually. Right now, you see my performance result is $0. I'm not making no profit this month because this month was bad. I kept taking losses upon losses and break even on losses, and I trade gold on this account, right? I have 3 strategy, but the strategy I use is gold, and gold is not moving good for me this month, but it's fine. It is what it is. I just got to keep trading and not force it. So if you look on this account, I only risk 0.2%. I do not risk 1%. I do not risk 0.5%, because the fact, you have to think of it this way. Because you might think that, oh, if I use 0.5, 20 trades, I'm not going to take 20 losses. That's what you think. But when you have a losing streak, you take like 5, 6 trades in a row loss. Now every single trade next you take, you're going to panic. You want it to be a win. You might not think straight. So that 20 trades is going to look small to you. And that's when you start revenge trading. So when I was 0.2%, I know 50 trades is good, right? So that means I have to take 50 trades before I blow my account, which I know it's impossible. Even if I have a losing streak of like 10 trades in a row loss, I still don't care. I will still keep on trading because it's not going to affect my emotion, right? You can see I only risk 0.2. You never see me risk more than 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, right? And as time goes, if you want to increase your risk, that's fine. You can do that. But you can see right here on the 5th, 1 trade. 8th, 1 trade. On the 6th, 1 trade 7, 1 trade 8, 1 trade 12, 1 trade. You never see 5, 5 on the 5th, on the 5th, on the 5th. No. Even if we go back to, you can see the same thing again. 1 trade a day. Very simple. This is how I keep this funded account. So the first thing you want to do is you want to risk less, like risk around 0.2%, 0.3%, right? Focus on one pair, focus on one section, right? And The next thing is rules. You always want to understand the prop farm rules. Like I trade with E8, right? So what you want to do is you want to understand the rules. Go to their rules and read everything. Understand it that it's aligned with your strategy or aligned with your plans, right? So for me, let's say for example, we have can I trade news? So you can see can I trade news? So my plan, you know what I did? If you look right here, you can see I have news. All the news I cannot trade, I write it down, right? Then you know what I do? Anytime in the week there's a news, one of these news is coming, I put it down, right? I put it down so I understand that okay, fine. On Thursday, CPI is coming. I'm not supposed to trade CPI. I'm not going to trade it. On Friday, PPI is coming. They don't allow me to trade PPI. I'm not going to trade PPI. This. So to keep up with the rules or any changes, you want to go on their Discord. You want to join their Discord, right? Like for example, you can go to like the announcements where you see announcements, and this is where if they have any changes to the rules or any discounts or anything, the main thing is changes and news, right? You want to come here for, right? That's it. Another way you can keep your funded account is have a plan. Most people don't think about this much. They'll be like, oh, it's nothing. It's gonna help you become more disciplined, right? So if we jump to the chat, you can see that this is my daily check, right? For this year, you can see we have January, February, March, and we have April. We're now on April, right? So on January, you see we have mostly greens, and the green means we're doing good. We follow our plan, we control our emotion, right? But you see on January right here, I put red. That means we failed to follow our plan. And at the time, I think I did not wake up at 7:30. That caused me to miss a trade. So, and I put a solution set to alarm. I think at that time, I did not wake up and I missed trades. And I was like, okay, fine. From now, we're going to put on an alarm. So stuff like that, you want to do it. And you always have to backtest. Backtest. I cannot even say this enough. Let me show you guys. So this is my backtesting account. Let me refresh this so you guys can. So you see how many trades I've taken? 6,000. And this is just for this thing. Just only a year or 2 years now, I've been backtesting on this platform. Most of the time, I usually backtest on TradingView and write down everything. So if you cannot pay for this, I should go ahead and use TradingView. So in 2 years of backtesting, a lot of strategy, I've taken over 6,000 trades. And every single day, I try to backtest as much as possible as I can. So backtesting, it doesn't matter if you're profitable or you're doing well now, you always want to keep backtesting. Always you want to keep backtesting. Last but not the least is keep it simple. Most of you want to trade ICT. Most of you want to trade TGR. Most of you want to trade like Mamba. You want to trade like over the counter. You want to trade like, I don't know, you want to trade everything. Keep it simple. That's why I'm about to show you guys my strategy. That is the most simplest strategy ever, right? Just keep it simple. So now let's jump into my strategy. Let me show you. So I trade only gold, one section. It's very simple. Like, you don't need to use my strategy if you don't want to. If you want to, that's fine. But what I'm saying is every single strategy works. Literally, every single strategy works. It's just up to you. So I'm going to show you guys my strategy, and I feel like I'm supposed to be getting paid for this. But like I said, most of you probably have the best strategy than me. Some of you have probably the greatest strategy, but you just cannot control yourself. That's the main issue, right? Because if you can't control yourself, you're probably going to be way more profitable than me, way more profitable, but you just cannot follow your plan or stuff like that. But anyway, let me show you guys my strategy, right? So we're probably going to take like, should we take 3 trades, 2 trades? No, let's do 3 trades. So my strategy is very simple, right? One thing I'll do is if I go on the 1 hour, I see a trend, like we see we're going up right now, right? What I look for is buy. It's a very simple strategy, no headache. I have no headache with it, right? So what I would do now is when I see the trend, right? I just wait for market to break up here and retest. Basically break and retest, right? So now let's play this out. Let's wait for the break, right? A break and retest, right? So now what we do is we take a trade. So we take a trade, put stop loss right there, and aim for 1 to 2. Let's see how this trade play out. It might be a loss. All right, that trade is a loss. It is what it is, right? So move on to the next trade. What we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for market to break this high and take a trade, right? We're gonna wait for break and retest again. All right, it break, wait for a retest. It doesn't. Okay, we're still gonna wait for it to pull back up so it can be confirmed as a break and retest. And also, but 90% of the time you want to follow a trend, but I see that this is a strong level as well. So if market break the low, because it's creating a double bottom, double top, I know if you break the low, it retest, it might drop, right? So if you did that, I'm taking a sell, but if you push up, I'm gonna take a buy. Okay, see how you push up? Yeah, we're gonna take a buy, enter the trade right there, put our stop loss probably right there, and aim for 1 to 2. Boom, TP hit, right? So now you're probably up like 1%. This is the last example. So what you do is, see, this one is because I'm trying to show you guys 2 different trends. So this is like a downtrend. If you go to the 1 hour, you can see that this is like a downtrend, right? So what we do is we're gonna aim for a sell, right? You can see this is a stronger level. So it's just the same thing. If it's a downtrend, it's an uptrend, you know. Boom. So we're gonna wait for a sell, only a sell, right? It doesn't matter what it did, just gonna wait for a sell. Okay, a break, wait for a retest. Okay, you can see right now it retests. So stuff like this is tricky. It did retest right here. As long as it touched the zone and reject and close bearish, that's it. So you can enter right there, put your stop loss right there, aim for 1 to 2. So stuff like this, as you guys can see, New York section is closed. Stuff like this, what I usually do is I just put my stop loss to like 1 to 1, right? 1 to 1 and see if it hit it. Boom, it hit my 1 to 1, and it did even go down all the way to like 1 to 2. But still, I would have left my stop loss at 1 to 1. So simple trades, right? Stuff like that. So that's how I trade. It's a very simple way to trade. It's not very tricky. It's not none of that. But anyway, guys, that's how you will keep a funded account as long as possible. And maybe in the long run, when I trade this account for at least a year, then I'll make another video again. But anyway, guys, please subscribe, punch the likes button, comment what you think about this video, and peace out.